What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today's a return of Dot Hack. I cannot remember the last time I heard Dot Hack. I feel like it's been years. I'll check in a second, but I feel like that was like 2 apartments ago. I don't know what game this first one is. It's just called. Is it just called Project Dot Hack? Phase 1 Skeith theme from Dr. Godpants. Followed by Dot Hack GU. That's a I recognize that. And that one's called I'm Right Here. Also Skeith theme from Ethan Valen, requested by K Bedlam and Mr. Insecure. The only thing I know about Dot Hack is I think it's turn based. I think there was an anime. But also there's I had a former platinum member that had a name based off of this game. I forgot what it was. Started with a T. Try something. I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna check the last time I heard Dot Hack, but it's been a long time, dude. At least it feels that way. This is Skeith theme from Project Dot Hack Phase 1. I've been in a very musical mood today. I'm like in a, like, you know how you can have like a good mood? I'm like in a very good musical mood today. More than usual. This is immediately sounding like 97 to me, 98, 97. PlayStation 1. Is this Skeith? A rock formation? The terror of death. Wow. Oh, speaking of death, there's bells. I heard Hack GU a year ago. That was the last time. Over a year ago. Either way, it hasn't been on the channel that much, like at all. Oh, it sounds like Descending Souls. For some reason, I picture the Disney version of Hades, the movie. And you can see the underworld and all the souls just falling down. Yeah. Ugh. Is Skeith a word? Let me see. Oh, this is, I think, a boss character. Okay. Actually, let me see if the requester said anything. Dude, I love the beat. Theme of the game's first major boss. Well, there you go. Wait, is this the first game? Or he's the first major boss in this game? And you can hear that old. You can tell this was uploaded like, I haven't even seen it yet. I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna guess this was uploaded at least 15 years ago. It just sounds compressed to hell. 16 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it definitely for sure sounds better in game. Uh, anything, you know how old YouTube was. I don't know what. At some point they changed their codec or something, but you can just tell. I mean, I've been on YouTube since half my life now. My first upload was in 2007. You know, that was a while ago. That was a while ago, 2 decades. So I remember YouTube going from like the star rating system to, you know, all that, and then having every video having like HQ high quality, then it became HD. That's crazy, being part of all that. Anyways, but that's what I like about stuff like this is that this was uploaded even back then. Like, there's always been an appreciation for music in video games. You know what I mean? Even way before YouTube. I think about this sometimes when I upload something from like a console from like the late '80s or like right before the SNES or the Sega Genesis, right? You know, when it was like very very niche. I don't know the history of all the video games. I do know like Atari is considered like one of the first, if not the first. But I know for sure like it was generally more accepted, air quote, with the home consoles of like the NES and the Genesis, like the early '90s. Even though you were still very much a nerd if you did those back then. But what I'm saying is like imagine, you know, those people who are now adults, you know, which I guess would be Gen X, right? Like imagine, I don't know, it just trips me out because this was uploaded 2009. Okay, yeah, that's well into like the internet's life already. Not too long, maybe like 10 years into the internet or something like that. I don't know, it just makes me think like all the older heads who played Atari and Commodore and all the Philips systems. You know, they were hearing this stuff and they wish they could like talk to other people about this kind of stuff. I don't know, it just there's something very wholesome about this channel to me that's beyond just listening to video game music. It's just really just to kind of show what else is out there and having a place to talk about it besides like a forum or something, which even forums are long gone. I don't know. The reason I'm bringing this up is because the other day someone told me that my channel is very unique. And you know, when someone says that, I think like the most common human response is to kind of like deflect it, like, no, no, no. I'm just another, you know, pea in the pod. But then I think about it, I'm like, well, there's not really much people that do what I do. And especially when I started, there was like no one. So maybe it is unique, you know, but not in the fact that it's like one of one, but it's just a place where, you know, video game music can be appreciated regardless of old uploads or compression or what game, what console it came on. I don't know. It just made me think of all that. So anyways, Dot Hack. Okay. Yeah, I know nothing of this series at all. Like I said, I've just collected little bits and pieces of information that it's I guess a JRPG. And this must be Skeith, the Terror of Death. But I'm going to listen to the next one because I want to retain whatever motif, if there is any. Because I think these are two different games. It seems like it. But also another, you know, side part to this channel is that even though video game music is niche, there's also like niche video games. Like I'm pretty sure Dot Hack falls into that category, even amongst people that consume this kind of media anyways. You know what I mean? There's your like surface level gamers, there's like your hardcore gamers, whatever that is. And then there's slightly below that, which is just like niche games, and then there's like Dot Hack. I feel like that's where this lies. I could be wrong about that though. Looks cool. It's 15 minutes, so I'm definitely not going to hear all that. I'll just hear a couple loops. This is I'm Right Here, Skeith theme from Dot Hack GU. Let's go. Alright, so we got the bells. Now we need the vocals, yeah. And then the feeling of demonic terror. Yeah, let me do some info. Let me do some research on dot hack. Is that a sword? This is a PS2 game. There's also a Rebirth game. Oh, it's Bandai Namco. Really? I love that they retain that, like, filtered percussion. It's really cool. Hack GU Rebirth, Reminisce, and Redemption. It simulates an MMO. So I've seen it called an action RPG and also an MMO. Is it both? Oh, I recognize this name. Chikayo Fukuda? I've seen this composer name before. Yeah, they definitely could have upped the quality of the percussion, but they kept it the same, and that's a very cool decision. They kept it in line. Trying to find more info on the first one, Project.hack, but I think that was the first .hack anything. It sounds really good. I'm gonna keep hearing it. I've heard of this composer. What else has she done? She was part of Asura's Wrath? Naruto Shippuden, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. She did a lot of .hack. I think she was part of every .hack entry. There's so many. Let me start turning it down. Assuming Skeith kept their, like, title, right? I'm guessing there's still a boss here. Okay, so it's really confusing from an outsider, but it looked like the first song we heard. I don't know if it was a game or something, but I think that was the first iteration of Dot Hack, like the introduction to the series, and then GU might have been the second. But I think there's three. It was a lot to read. There was three games within just GU, and then they're all on the PS2. But it plays like an MMO, but it's also an action RPG. That's confusing. Anyways, this composer, like just the credits, I didn't know. Like, dude, there's so much Dot Hack: Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, Quarantine, Rebirth, Reminisce, Redemption, Trilogy, Link, Hack the Movie, Last Recode. Damn, dude. That's wild. Also, apparently she was part of Sega. Anyways, so I definitely heard the. Well, I don't know if motif is the right word. I don't know if it was a direct carbon copy, but I definitely heard like the essence of the first song in there. The bells were very telling. The drums, the very filtered kind of millennium style drums, like a drum and bass style beat. But yeah, the bells definitely I feel were not only telling, but they were very intentional. Because when I think of bells, I only think of two things, and that's kind of three, but the third one not so much. The first two is Christmas. Second one would be death, like foreboding death or someone has passed. But also, bells can signify kind of like birth and new morning, a new day, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I definitely felt that. And what was his name? The terror of death. Yeah. It's basically. It seems like it's just it's mocking you, right? Like this is my title, and this is the last thing you're going to hear before you're gone. Okay, I really just I'm curious on like what people have to say about Dot Hack because, like I said, I feel like it's a niche and it's one of those things that you just have to like either have been told by someone about it, word of mouth, what I mean, or you accidentally stumbled upon it because I don't think it's still going. I don't think Bandai has done anything with it. I'm sure it's probably concluded. I'm not sure. But it sounds very interesting to me with the whole MMO/action RPG part. And then how many actual games are there? Anyways. Oh, also, just as a side, like, meme note, there's this channel I watch, Sherry Snacks. And I think she has a sound command. It's a sound command / a little video. It's like 2 seconds long. And I think it comes from Dot Hack, but I could be wrong about that. Let me know if it sounds familiar. It's like, it's a little joke where it's a move. Someone just throws ice daggers at a boss. And they're like, ice daggers. And then that's it. It's like a 2-second clip. But I read somewhere or saw something that might have been Dot Hack. Let me know if that's if that's true. Shout out Sherry. Great, cool. It's really fun seeing this long time. Well, both of these are long time requesters actually, but seeing this is just kind of like not for you guys but for me, because you guys don't really pay attention to who's requesting what. But you might see some familiar names every now and then. And both of these requesters have been here for a while and requesting a lot of stuff. And me personally, I like, on top of hearing everything, I like to kind of grasp, the stuff they grew up with and their influences that, that's why they listen to, that and that and that. So it's just a fun little thing. Anyways, that was cool. That's Skeith's team. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Okay. Who knows when Dot Hack is going to return, but there's a few. I think there's a few requests left. Thank you to the requesters, and thanks to everyone you see here. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks here for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.